Why is Paran allowing this?
Skies. Never thought I'd see another alien. I thought Aya was hidden.
Ephra will send it away. Look at its legs. How does it stay upright?
That's a human. I've seen one before.
What does it want?
A human on Aya. How long until the Ket find us?
Softer than a cat. Not as big. I think I could take it.
If you're the governor, why do I need to see this Ephra?
He's leader of the resistance.
What's that?
They fight the Ket and protect us.
What's happening?
We have a visitor.
This isn't safe. We should lock it up.
I detect unusual levels of electrostatic energy in the Angara.
This is insane. It belongs in a containment cell.
Let Governor Shire handle this.
We don't know what you're doing.
Am I that intimidating?
You're an outsider who invaded our home. We know nothing about you.
I'm not here to cause trouble.
Then keep moving.
How did it find us?
He, not it. And stop staring.
Let this ship land.
None of the local flora register in my data files. We've encountered an undiscovered ecosystem.
Put that away.
It's just a scanner.
Put it away. Keep moving.
Take it easy. Okay. Your city is beautiful.
Why is Paran allowing
Thank you. You're the first outsider to see it.
I'm honored. What happens if Ephra doesn't like me?
He won't. But you need to earn his trust.
He's responsible for everyone's safety. I know what that's like.
You're a leader.
Trying to be.
This.
They are bullies, but this situation is now your fault. Don't get kicked out, Moran, not because of them.
But you're telling me to be weak?
No. I'm telling you to be strong through your cunning and heart. Okay? Hey.
It really is the best one in the Resistance.
I know.
Our experience with the Ket makes us naturally distrustful of all aliens.
We've had our own run-ins with the Ket.
Then, you really do understand. When the Archon came to Helios, he demolished our sovereign state. Took what he wanted, as if we were nothing. Now, the Ket mercilessly abduct Angara. Often, we never see our people again. Come this way. Ephra is waiting.
Wait, the Ket kidnap you? Steal your people?
And the Resistance fights them every day. With everything we can.
Is it attrition? What are they after?
You should save your questions for Ephra.
Kadara be damned. I won't lose Vold. Ephra, this is one of the aliens from the Milky Way. A Pathfinder.
Pathfinder. It's an aggressive move coming to Aya.
My people from the Milky Way were bold enough to come to Andromeda. I need to be at least that bold to save them.
So, Pathfinder, never mind how you even found us. Why are you here?
On a hostile planet we call Eos, I explored an ancient structure, a vault, and brought it back online. It stabilized that planet's environment.
Remnant. Recent intelligence supports that claim.
If I'm right, there's a vault on Aya that's different. I need to look inside.
You're right. There's a vault out there.
But it was shut years ago and the entrance hidden. We can't help you.
The Moshai could. She's our most revered scientist and elder. She knows this vault.
But now the Ket have her, and our rescue attempts failed. She's lost to us. And you.
Let me show you what I can do. I won't take one step without your approval.
You have no idea what you're dealing with. The Angara learned years ago the perils of messing with vaults. So did the Ket, for that matter. We're done here.
Ephra, I feel... Ephra, what this alien says is extraordinary. The Moshai would want us to be brave and not let this chance pass.
Joel, you talk too much.
Let me assess this, alien. I'll be your eyes. I know you can spare me.
Go if you want. But when he tries to kill you, be prepared to strike first.
I'm Jal Amaderov. I'll be your envoy through Angaran space.
Thank you for trusting me.
I don't. But I can always kill you in your sleep.
Good to know.
I've organized my analysis of Aya. Shall I relay it to the Nexus?
Definitely.
I'm just saying, as far as first contact goes, at least that went better than the last one.
Only slightly.
Yeah, what happened? I wanted to look around.
And now we have another mouth to feed, whatever he eats.
Did the translators not work?
They work.
I know we're improvising as we go, but let's remember that there is Pathfinder team protocol.
Don't think I got that handbook. Ryder, we followed our best lead here, and now we don't even have that.
Jal has offered to do what he can to help us access the vault on Aya.
How do we do that when we're leaving the planet it's on?
That's a fair point. Jal?
Seriously?
Settle down. Ryder's right. There's an Angara right here. Let's hear from the new guy.
One day, about 80 years ago, the Archon and the Ket arrived in Helios, and the horror began.
They declared war?
Nothing so easy to define or fight.
The Ket kidnap Angara. Their people disappear without a trace. What if they were us?
Sure, I'll fight Ket all day long, but that's no plan.
I agree. We need to get into that vault, Ryder. Surprisingly, I'm with PB. Our own mission has to take priority.
We have a plan. Kind of. Pretty solid. Jal?
The resistance is stretched thin. I was tasked with traveling to two of our worlds at our briefing this morning. And you'll accompany me.
Because?
Because then, Ephra will see you as trustworthy. You want that.
Jal's told me about these two worlds, Havarl and Vold.
Before the Scourge disaster, Vold was a thriving planet of billions. A shining center of technology and life.
And now?
It's the center of our ground war against the Ket. Our resistance base is fighting Ket Command for control of the planet.
What about the other?
Aval is the birthplace of the Angara. It's started to degrade, to become wild and dangerous. We suspect a remnant.
Now we're talking.
We've recently lost contact with our scientists.
Still don't get how any of this helps us.
I do. Help us, or rather help me, and I'll vouch for you, right? Because Jal wants inside Aya's vault too.
Pathfinder, it's your call.
Okay. Yes. I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Maybe more like optimism. Confidence? You'll get there.
Jal, give Callow the nav points for both planets. Let's do this.
Still compiling my first impressions.
Even their body language is so...
Aya has so much. I can't wait for my first session with Jal.
Try not to scare him away.
Waterfalls. Just like Sirkesh. Anomaly on sensors. Probes launched. Tracking a huge mineral deposit. I'm picking up something. Probe away. Satellite detected. I'm picking up something. Deploying probe. Tracking a huge mineral deposit. looks mostly unexplored.
It was charted. Once. Then the Scourge happened. What's old is new.
Anomaly detected. Deploying probe. I found something. I'm picking up something. Deploying probe. Satellite detected. I'm picking up something. Deploying probe. I found something. Anomaly on sensors. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
Okay, bundle up, people.
I'll stay on my nice warm ship.
Take her down, Callow.
We designated this planet Habitat 6. Original readings suggest that it had a breathable, nitrogen-rich atmosphere and oceans of H2O.
I take it that's no longer the case.
All H2O on Habitat 6, Vol to the Angara, is ice. And those oceans, frozen over completely.
There goes the dream of a seaside property. That's a pretty intense blizzard.
LZ is on the windward side of the mountain. Conditions are bad. I'm tracking gale force squalls.
Whoa!
We're good. We're good.
You sure? Want us to get out and push?
Very funny, Ryder.
Giles said he wanted to see you.
Not really a holiday destination.
I'm muted. Unmuted.
Approaching the LZ.
Oh, Zuby wasn't kidding about the cold.
Oh, Gil wanted you to check in. Volt orbit is steady.
You know, Costa, poker's its own kind of thrill.
Still not playing with you.
I'll play.
Really? Gambling doesn't seem like your style.
Why? Because I have more degrees than you have.
Shots fired.
Ah, there you are. Gotcha.
Am I interrupting?
Nope. I go the way the wind blows. You're here now, so you're the wind. Just dealing with some scourge issues. That Archon fella tried to warn you not to joyride into it, but you were just la la la. It was an act first, think later move. I respect it. Well, more like I resemble it. Hey, you play poker?
Come again?
Poker. Card game with bluffing, betting. It's an age-old measuring stick of a person's character, fortitude, guts. Used to think maybe it was my calling. Turns out I'm just good at it. Never lost heads up. We should play sometime.
Maybe if we get a break from duty.
A little distraction can be useful. Let yourself wander a bit. You might come back sharper. Next time we port up and you're in the mood, I'm always in the mood.
Bridges 4, engine rooms aft, med bay starboard. Smart stuff up front, powers back.
That helps.
Again. I'll lend you 30 if you pay me back by tomorrow.
Done. Thank you, Subi.
Someday I'll find out why you're always strapped for credits. Volt orbit is steady.
I can feel the Scourge's drag on the ship.
At least it keeps Aya hidden.
Trade? Trade. Trade.
Are you asking or telling?
I'm wondering, do you exchange goods and services? How does your economy work?
We pay for things with a currency called credits. Abstract wealth.
The Ket offered gifts, made odd bargains, never traded. What are your credits worth? What can we do with them?
You pay them to us for whatever we're selling.
Now we cut open the heart. And what do you offer?
I can set up a meeting to arrange a formal trade agreement.
Complicated. Another time.
Is there something else I can do for you?
Yes. Call me Soka. I run cargo between Aya and other worlds. Good work. Good at it. You're here to help my people. Prove it. I need help. One of my suppliers off-world stopped checking in. Has things I need. There could be trouble.
You're one of few people here willing to give me a chance. I'll take it.
You have a ship? I have my supplier's nav point. His name is Kelder. Find him, his supplies. Come back and prove you're helpful. Then maybe we trade.
Stars above. It's you. I was hoping to get a chance to speak with you. You left your home to cross dark space. Is it true you can never go back?
Yeah. This is home now.
To take such a risk and give up your old life, why did you do it?
For the chance to meet someone like you. Looks like it already paid off.
Are all humans as quick with words?
You'll have to find out.
I suppose I will.
My turn for a question. Do I get to know your name?
Oh, of course. I'm Avela Kajar, curator for the Repository of History. We study relics of our past, try to piece together what we lost in the Scourge. And the truth is, there was something I wanted to talk to you about. Pathfinder, how much do you know about our history?
I still have a lot to learn.
Centuries ago, the Scourge targeted my people. Our ships were the first to go dark. Many of those ships went down over Havarl. The wilds of that planet are filled with history. A scientist on Havarl just contacted me with a new nav point of an intact crash site. A huge opportunity. But with Remnant patrolling the area, we can't get close enough. Not like you can.
How do you know about me and the Remnant?
I have friends in the Resistance. They heard your conversation with Ephra. I know it's a lot to ask, but you have a ship and the means to get past the Remnant. Without your help, I'm stuck.
I've always wanted to give archaeology a try.
Oh, I was hoping you'd say that. If you find anything, I'll be here. Thank you, Pathfinder.
Ryder, could we chat?
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.
Sam's been compiling our star charts. The other pilots on the Nexus will have plenty of new trails to follow.
You can drop the charts off the next time we're there.
Funny. A few months ago, that station was like a war zone. Flying was my only way to escape the chaos. Now it's become a haven, just as it was meant to be.
Everyone's really working to get the Nexus on its feet.
Regardless, the worst threat to the whole initiative is still that monstrosity.
You mean the Scourge?
I still see it crippling the Nexus in my memories. I had to train other pilots in hazardous flight techniques just to look for food and water. It's a cage that eats good ships and good people. Helios won't be home so long as it's a threat.
The Angara live with it, and so can we.
And if every one of our colonists was an ace pilot, I wouldn't be worried. If we could somehow neutralize it, or if our ships had defenses against it. Still, that's what we do, isn't it? Find a way where there is none. Just see the Nexus for proof of that.
How long does it take to learn piloting?
Depends how you apply yourself. With your mind, you'd be adept in a few weeks. Towards Vold.
Vold is the heart of our war against the Ket. I once took part in an attack on one of their bases.
Sounds like fun.
It was desperate. We won, but only barely.
Vold orbit is steady.
Approaching the LZ.
Secluded, Blizzard provides cover, great for a hidden base.
Step carefully. Ice and darkness. Deadly combination.
This is an impressive setup. A functional base on an ice mountain.
We're a strong people who are only momentarily burdened.
Heaters straight on. Any squishies need to warm up.
We're almost there. We'll need to talk to Commander Anyik when we arrive.
Oh shit. Joe, you phone me back.
That's the wrong size replacement part.
That's all we've got.
Good to see you again, Commander Dalziel.
And you, Jarl. This is the alien. The one you think can help us.
Yes. This is Ryder, of the Andromeda Initiative.
I am Anyik Dalziel. Remember the name, because if you betray us, I will kill you myself. Be assured that what I do to you will make the stars turn their faces and grow dark.
I have no intention of betraying you.
Say what you want. It is the hands that reveal true intention. If you wish to prove yourself, be an ally in our fight against the Kett. Despite our best efforts, their growing forces remain a threat to our people. Speak to our lookouts, who watch the valley. They'll know where our need is dire. Jarl, watch them, and be careful yourself, my friend.
I always am.
Hold. Hostile patrol. Hope they give me a patrol soon. You think I'll see any Kett?
Not likely.
That's the planet, with everything on it.
You don't win a war without good order. Looks like supplies aren't getting through to the Resistance.
Olisk is in charge of requisitions. We should speak with him.
Squadron at Varroa. I'm picking up hostiles.
Do they need a replacement?
Garrett says she handles it.
Pathfinder, something I can do for you?
You the requisitions officer? I hear you're having supply issues.
Of course not. I don't know what you've heard, but everything is running fine.
I saw the messages sent to you. What are you hiding?
Keep your voice down. I need to keep this news contained. No one knows the shipments have stopped. If word gets around, we'll have a serious morale drop. I need to investigate this quietly.
You have any leads?
Not much. The supplies make it planetside, but never reach the base. The obvious answer is the Kett. Sabotage is their style. We changed our drop point, but no luck. I can't send someone to investigate without word getting around. I guess there's no avoiding it eventually.
Your people deserve to know what's happening. You should tell them.
With all due respect, I'm the one keeping this camp together. I know what's best for them. I can't sanction an official search, but I also can't stop you from investigating on your own. The nav point for the last drop location is in my personal console. You seem to be adept at decryption, so I'll let you figure out the rest.
Joe, my friend.
Decryption successful, Pathfinder. Updating your nav system with a supply drop point. Extreme cold is detected, Pathfinder.
They know I'm not gonna eat them, right?
Let's try to make a good first impression.
I brought the snacks.
Whoa! Didn't mean to sneak up on you. Your commander said you could show us the valley.
Zeke, I don't want to talk to it. You talk to it.
Ryder has a name.
You named it? How'd you even tell them apart?
Stars, Beniska, just stop talking. Yeah, we can show you the valley. What are you looking for?
I want to prove I'm here as an ally. That means fighting Ket.
Head in any direction and you'll hit Ket eventually. They're all over Vold.
Like Quirts, but with guns.
We've heard reports about captured Angara in a Ket labor camp down in the valley. If you're here to help, like the commander says, you could start there. Anything else?
What are those red lights down there?
That's Hajara, just one of the Dar in the valley. There's people there that might need help if you haven't checked it out already.
How does anyone live out here?
Why so surprised? We've adapted to this weather.
Those lights are conspicuous. Don't the Ket attack?
We've adapted to that too. The Ket want to take us alive, so we fight to the death. It seems to deter them.
What's that alien facility on that mountain over there?
That's the Ket Command Center. We have constant eyes on it.
What's its purpose?
It controls Ket operations on the entire planet. There's always ships coming and going.
I came face to face with the prefect there. Meanest, motherless Bisan I ever saw.
Even the Ket seemed afraid. We don't have much intel on her, though.
Do you know of any remnant sites or ruins?
I think so. Actually, I don't know.
Zeke, do you ever read the dailies?
No. You'll tell me if I need to know something.
So where is it?
Tall lights, over on your right somewhere.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Yeah, you behave. We're watching you.
Tempest, we're gonna need the Nomad. My position.
Deploying forward station. Good luck, Ryder.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station. Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder.
Okay, Sam. What's Vold got for us?
Ket activity appears to be centered around this large central command post. According to Resistance intelligence, the base coordinates all Ket military efforts on Vold.
And taking it down will cripple their operations.
In theory. However, given the trouble the Angara Resistance has had infiltrating the base, it will not be a simple task. I recommend a more cautious approach that starts with the investigation of smaller Ket installations.
Any suggestions on how to get on Ephra's good side?
Resistance dispatches indicate there is someone in Hajara who needs help. We could visit Tekix, a larger and more established Angara Dar that is nearby.
Sounds good. Thanks, Sam.
Pathfinder, Vold's temperature range is fixed well below freezing, with pockets of even more severe conditions. This necessitates the use of the Nomad. I advise against prolonged exposure to the cold.
Got it. Don't crash the car.
Our scans have detected remnant monoliths, which suggests the presence of a vault.
And that means we might be able to melt this ice cube. All right. We've got our work cut out for us. Let's get going.
Temperatures are below freezing and continuing to fall.
Downhill's always more fun.
Trust me.
Follow the lights, Ryder.
We're out of the worst of it. Temperature should be manageable now. Speed bump!
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Lots of respect for the Angara. The way they fight, it's almost Krogan.
They're a tough bunch.
I and many others have never known a world without Ket. The Resistance fights so our children may one day be free. Drac, why would anyone?
Why would anyone at the start of theirs join up with strangers like us? Besides, who says I'm old? Who says I'm dying?
I don't think I said that.
You did.
I'm certain I didn't.
Now you're saying I'm deaf.
Ryder?
Nope, not getting involved.
Hey, you're not wrong, Chow. I am old, but I got a lot of living left.
Sam, another memory prompt?
Yes, though my memory array remains locked. Additional triggers are required.
Did your people have plans to settle here? You seem easily affected by the cold.
I'd live here, but then I could probably live anywhere.
Your history is interesting. How many times did your people save the rest of the Milky Way species?
One too many for some of us.
Ijara is a research station, mostly focusing on Vol's geology.
Let's see if someone here needs help.
I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder.
An entire
Life
Ket
support is
base.
stable.
So, you're that alien people have been talking about. Some say we can't trust you. But if you're here to fight Ket, that's good enough for me.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Ket kill people. They take our families and we never see them again. Anyone who fights against that has to be better than them. So, will you fight them? I know the location of the labor camp where they took my uncle.
I'll get your uncle.
Here's the nav point of the labor camp. Please hurry. Nilj may not have much time.
How's the dig going?
We can't get deep enough to take a proper sample. The ice is too thick. If I had better equipment, we would have finished days ago.
Try asking Armroll about it.
Someone said they saw an alien arrive at the Resistance base. Now here you are. Oh, wish I could talk. But I gotta get this sky-cursed piece of junk working. It's been picking up weird interference for days. I can't transmit data to our colleagues in Talara.
Is there something I can do?
Maybe. I didn't think you'd be familiar with our machines. Oh, I need to take a break before I kill someone. If you want, feel free to poke around.
High-powered communications array, most likely for planet-wide communications.
Makes sense. Anything on that interference the researcher talked about?
I am detecting a signal. It is faint, but this equipment is sensitive. Pathfinder, I also observe a regular pattern in this emitted signal. It may be artificial.
You don't mean Ket? Are you saying the Ket are disrupting our comms? We must look into this. I've been reading Krogan history. I have a few questions.
Careful, Krogan have a saying. History is written by the victors.
Krogan do?
You're from Clan Nakmor, but you weren't born into it. You chose it.
Yeah, the shaman of the clan was strong, and the Kratic wastes were beautiful.
And you had a rite of passage.
It wasn't so much a rite of passage as a death trip. I survived. Now I'm Nakmor Drek.
Got them all. Nice work.
The temperature is falling, Pathfinder.
Fight, Jarl. What's your training?
From my father. And older brothers. And sisters. And cousins. My mother's. The Resistance isn't an army. It's more than that.
What was your rite of passage?
I fell in love when I was a young man. Very young. We met on a farm on Aya. She was brilliant, and her eyes were electric. For years, I suffered with a broken heart.
Not what I was expecting.
I understand completely.
This is the Ket labor camp Skiot talked about.
Let's find near it.
Hostiles ahead!
Disable the fence! I have to get out! Freedom! Disable the fence, quick! We're not getting away with this! You here to rescue us? The control panel is right there. Shut this down!
I'm detecting below normal temperatures.
Once I have a weapon, I'm gonna destroy these cats! Get me out of here!
Well, hello. How are you guys doing today? I'm doing pretty good.
You gaming or something?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm streaming, but it's alright. I got it muted, so.
Oh, okay. Well, my name is Tammy.
Hi, Tammy.
What's your name?
My name is Jacob.
Jacob. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
This is Lois.
Hey, Lois.
And so we're just talking to people today a little bit about the Bible and some of the conditions that we see in the world. I don't know if you turn on the news. I know a lot of people avoid it these days.
Yeah, we watch Fox.
Okay, so we see so many crazy things happening. You know,
Yeah.
no one's in accord. There's, mass
Feuds
shooting.
everywhere.
It's crazy.
Everybody hates Trump. And then those who are Hillary Clinton fans can't sit there and say why they like Hillary or tell if Trump is bad or anything.
It's a crazy world. No one's. There's no peaceful agreement between people.
Never has been.
And so we're just sharing a scripture from the Bible, if I could. It's in Psalms.
Go right ahead.
Chapter 37, verses 10 and 11. This is something the Bible promises we can see in the future. It says, just a little while longer, and the wicked will be no more. You will look at where they were, and they will not be there. But the meek will possess the earth, and they will find exquisite delight in the abundance of peace. So the Bible promises that there will be a time when there will be peaceful conditions on the earth, not just nations, but also with neighbors, with their own households and stuff. So we can have peaceful conditions, and it's a pretty wonderful promise, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it'd actually do the world a little better if there was not as much drama as there is now.
It's crazy.
But 2019 millennials all think they can change their genders because they can be anything they want to be. Well, that's a good idea and all, but changing your gender, you can say you're male when you're a female, but as long as it's in your gene, you're still a female.
That seems crazy. So, I see you're right next to the church. Is your family affiliated somehow?
Yeah, our grandpa actually goes there, and we're friends with the preacher too.
Okay.
So we head over there every Sunday.
Okay. So do you read the Bible on your own ever?
Yeah, whenever I have time normally, mainly during the night when I can't sleep.
Right. Okay. Well, could I leave you something to read that's Bible-based?
Yes, that'd be fine.
Okay, it talks about the future. What does the future hold? So,
it's hard to say nowadays.
Right.
In the past, it used to be everybody looking towards mainly electricity like it is now.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, it's towards vaping. And then they say that smoking's bad, and then vaping's bad, but then they got factories you work in that cause cancer-causing chemicals into the air.
Yes. Or you see people who eat so healthily, and yet they die of a heart attack when they're jogging. Or
yeah.
Because the whole environment
is all messed up.
It's polluted, really. So you'll enjoy this. It talks about prophecies that the Bible have already said have come true, and so what prophecies will come true.
Well, I know. Can't remember which one it was, but he sat there and said he will return in 3 days, which in his time, 3 days is 3,000 years.
that is a Bible principle, a day for a year, and
well,
that
technically a
does work
day
for
for
some
1,000
purposes.
years.
Yeah, or, I'm sorry, you're right.
Yeah.
1 day equals 1,000, right? Okay. Well, Josh, you said?
Jacob.
Jacob, I'm so sorry.
It's all right. I get mixed up all the time.
It's nice talking to you. You know, we don't get out here very often.
Mm.
Would it be all right if I came to visit you again, though?
Yeah, it'd be all right.
Could I possibly have your number to text you, though? I mean, or I could give
don't
you...
really have a number to text. I just sit on Messenger.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
It's a thing on the phone, technology nowadays. It's a little texting app with Facebook friends. You can sit there and text and chat and stuff like that. Video call, and it's all right.
I was going to say, if for some reason Tammy doesn't catch up with you, there's also a website.
Yes. Yeah, I've seen that.
jw.org. Right. It does have. There's a whole section of Bible questions answered. Like, for instance, a popular question is, "What does the Bible have anything to say about tattoos?" Tattoos are very popular. So that's
tattoos is what it mainly is doing is destroying your body, which you only have one body and one soul. Which you mess up your body here, it reflects on the Lord of what you think of this world.
It does send a message, for sure.
It's basically what you put on your body.
Yeah. Okay, well, Jake, it was so nice talking with you. Thanks for taking a minute. I know games are important.
It's not really important, but I stream and stuff. I'm a part-time YouTuber, so.
Oh, all right.
I got like 38 subscribers at the moment. They really found a interest in the game I'm playing at the moment. Because my last stream last night actually got like 35 views in 4 hours.
That's a nice base that you started.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you have a great rest of the day. Thanks for taking some time to talk with us.
You too. You too. Nice to meet you too. Probably read that later.
I'm gonna kill these cats!
Just in time. Ought to given us another day at most. No thanks for Rana's jabs. You see what I mean? We owe you. How'd you find us anyway?
Your nephew Ski-Out was trying to get you rescued.
So you've said before. The Resistance needs to be debriefed. We'll head back to base as soon as possible. Interesting. It seems we have to depend on our rescuer for more than a rescue. Can you deliver this drive to Tetchix? If we work together, no time will be wasted.
I'll go there as soon as I can.
Perfect. Buckstill will be in her workshop. I hope we meet again, under better circumstances.
This is big. Liberating key Resistance agents and recovering information they stole from the Ket. You've put many doubts about you to rest, Ryder. Even Ephra must now be convinced of your intentions.
What about the data drive Neil's entrusted to us?
Good point. If you prefer, you could go to Tetchix now and speak to Ephra later. The choice is yours.
I need to get this data drive to Tetchix. I can deal with Ephra later.
I thought you might say that. Very well. We'll talk to Ephra when you're done with your tasks here.
I'm detecting below normal temperatures.
When I mentioned the woman who broke my heart, you said you understood.
Yeah, I did.
Can you tell me why? Did someone break your heart?
Hearts. Krogan have 4. And I'm not saying shit.
I understand completely.
Ket junk. Might be something useful.
That's it. Good work.
Old bones are getting stiff. Do you have to hit every bump?
I swear I will turn this car around. Hostiles ahead! Speed bump!
Environmental temperatures are within acceptable limits. Life support is stable.
little fun, isn't it? The unknown. Got them all. Remnant. We can lay low or take them on.
Scanning will reveal the missing glyphs.
That's enough.
Interface failed, Pathfinder. Defense systems engaging.
Think that's it?
That did the job. Good going.
PB will be glad to know you have found another of these devices.
get back to the surface.
I'm reading a temperature decrease.
That looks like Ket salvage. Be careful, Ryder.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Attacking us.
Pathfinder, I detect a datapad nearby.
Should I know about it?
That's a conversation for another time.
Pathfinder, I have informed Otis. The drop point is secure.
Good. The Resistance should get their supplies now.
You know, Jal, you're tougher than you look.
And you're smarter than you look, Drac. Stubborn, though.
You talk like stubborn and smart aren't the same thing.
Sensors are detecting Ket technology, Pathfinder. We are nearing the nav point provided by Sokar Isov on Aya. Pathfinder, a remnant site is ahead. Defense systems may be active.
Fight happened here. No bodies, though.
Recognize him. That's Keldo, one of Sokal's suppliers.
Found them.
Scans reveal these crates contain Angaran weapons.
Oh, really now?
Did Sokal not mention he helps us out sometimes?
Ha ha ha.
Nice work.
Jal says Ephra is waiting for your call, Pathfinder.
Fold orbit is steady.
Pathfinder, you have new email.
Hello, Gil. When are you cleaning up that repair on the sensor console?
I'm not. It's a redesign.
A redesign? Without a trained crew?
I'm trained and it's working great. Don't be so uptight.
Everything okay?
Oh, fine. Fine. Don't worry about it.
You should have seen it. Perfect drift.
So we have a stowaway.
You mean PB?
She's decided to set up in one of the escape pods. You don't need a psychologist to tell you that one's got commitment issues.
I need to talk to you about something private.
Of course. That's what I'm here for.
When Dad died, he blocked off parts of Sam's memory, things he didn't want me to see.
Or he thought you weren't ready for.
Maybe. I found this trigger. It unlocked a memory fragment of Dad on the Citadel, from when the Alliance rejected his ideas about AI, and he found out Mom's illness was terminal.
Why do you think your father chose this specific memory?
Who knows? Dad's always been one for secrets.
But he's sharing them with you now. That's something.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
Yep. Though, sorry biotics are a few 100,000 years ahead. Humans are catching up. Humans back home, maybe.
I did not like the look of that Archon. Maybe the Angara will let me pitch a 10 on Aya for the duration.
Didn't think you were the type to run from trouble.
Well, when you put it that way. All right. Next time, keep him on the line. I might have something to say.
I like it when you flirt. I wouldn't want you to stop.
Have I flirted with you? Don't worry, Ryder. I'm relentless. It relaxes me.
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
Taking the Angara, old man?
Strong, honorable survivors. Been a while since I encountered a new friendly species. Last time was the humans.
Oh yeah, you lived through first contact with them, didn't you?
Pathfinder?
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Terraforming, Atmo processors, gravity wells, life-destroying murder bubbles. We really had no idea what Helios was about, did we?
If we knew what it was all about, it wouldn't be an adventure. It would just be moving. And everyone hates moving. Just the packing alone, ugh.
Point taken. I'm just saying. I really hope you have a plan, Ryder.
The plan's the same. We find a home. Whatever that takes.
Keep that drive. Makes me believe we can make it. I mean, we have to make it. The alternative is not even worth thinking about.
Have anyone else here with you? Besides Sid?
No, just me and Sid. It's always been just the two of us.
No, I mean, someone special.
Special? Oh. You mean like... Oh. No, nothing like that. Who has time? What about you?
Anywhere's gonna feel empty if you don't have someone to share it with.
A romantic? I wasn't expecting that. And again, the entire idea of leaving everything you know for a chance at something new is kind of romantic. Anyway.
You were on the Nexus when the revolt happened?
When you promise people golden worlds and all they get are wastelands and a death cloud, they riot. Some wanted to go home, some demanded answers, and a couple just wanted to stir shit up.
And you?
Some days I wondered if the exiles had a point. Maybe we were conned into coming here. But why would the Initiative go to all this trouble just to screw us over? Thing about conning people, you always know something they don't, and that's why the con works. And if I'm going to pick a side, I'm picking the liars.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
I have bad news. Your supplier, Keldo, the Ket got him.
Thank you for confirming how he died. You have his supplies?
Supplies? Your friend is dead. Don't you care?
I grieved for Keldo before I sent you to find his body. He fought for the Resistance. Died for it. We still need what he promised.
The Ket had your weapons. I got them back.
Yes. All of them. And Keldo's killer's dead. This is good. You're honest, Pathfinder. Reliable. I'll tell Evfra you did well.
I appreciate it. I do want our people to get along. Help each other.
You proved it. This time at least. Need to get the weapons where they belong, but... Keldo would want me to help you. I have things you can use, and I want to see your credits for myself. Trade?
Think I'm getting the better deal. All you walk away with is a number.
True. But who knows what that number will be worth someday. My inventory's open to you. Anything you need. Enjoy the docks. For now, that's all you have access to.
Giles said he wanted to see you. The discovery of Aya was just what we needed, Ryder. The Angaran scientists have been so generous in sharing their wisdom. It's been amazing.
Angaran expertise will be a tremendous help to the initiative.
We were certainly hurting for it. I'm thankful the Angara were willing to risk working with us.
I'm afraid not all of them are quite so friendly.
Some give trust easily. From others, you have to earn it. I'm confident we'll get there.
I should get back to things.
Sounds good.
Have you talked with Jar much?
Prepping VidCon communications.
Really? That's what you asked him about?
A completely different tech base, and you start there. You want to talk shop? Talk shop.
So, Jarl.
So?
We haven't had a chance to talk alone. You comfortable in here?
I took it. It feels strange to stay with the others. They are... you are... aliens.
And you're alien to us. So there. We have something in common.
We can look at it as a place to start.
Got it.
Perhaps then, if we're all aliens, it's about what kind of alien we are.
You had no idea about us, but you signed up to help us anyway.
Perhaps it had nothing to do with you.
That all you've got? Now that I've proven you can trust me, I was hoping you'd feel more able to open up.
I have certain dissatisfactions that I'd like to leave behind. They're quite personal.
How do you know Moshae Sefa?
She's our greatest mind on the Remnant. I was his student.
You studied the Remnant too?
A little. I was terrible. I quit. Or she threw me out. One of those. We're still very close.
So, is that your rifle?
It is now. It's Ket. With my own modifications. I like to tinker, to get my hands on something and take it apart.
That's a skill I know we can use. But I have one request. Please don't take apart my ship.
You're right. I signed up. Volunteered for this. It's exciting. There's something unique about you. Uneasy, raw, but somehow profound.
Face value, that sounds like a compliment. A nice one.
It is. Angara feel deeply. We have more trouble hiding our emotions than showing them. I should get back to my work.
When we have downtime, I'd love to watch you work.
Sure. I could show everyone.
No. Just us. So we can get to know each other better? Or just share a hobby?
Oh, of course.
Good. Good.
Beginning approach.
Volt orbit is steady.
Approaching the LZ. Cora wanted to check in with you.
Gil, you missed your appointment. Again.
Uh-oh, someone's in trouble. I had a good reason.
Which was?
When I remember it, I'll tell you. I don't think she will.
Long time no chat. What's up? What's your social circle like? I'm good for a laugh, so I know lots of people, but I don't let too many in. My one true friend is stationed on the Nexus. She's the only piece of the Milky Way I brought with me. The more you and I get to know each other, the more you'll probably hear about her. Seems like we have a good group here. Well, Veteran Suvi are my girls. Get along well. Lots of mutual respect. PB's a real spark plug. I like her, but she's exhausting. And Drax's my kind of guy. Brash. Takes no shit. As far as your Hyperion peeps go, the Doc's kind of nosy. Liam's good for a laugh or two. Cora, she's a bit by the book for me. By the book keeps us alive. Hey, variety's the spice of life, right? Different strokes makes for healthy debate. What about Callow? He's a pilot. Which means? He flies the ship. We're leaving it at that, then? Does a Pathfinder know what to do with a dead end? Are you sure you can keep the Scourge damage under control? Never seen anything like the Scourge. What it does to our tech. It's keeping me on my toes, but that's when I do my best work. In a way, I guess I'm grateful. Well, you're welcome. Don't do me any favors. Don't worry, Ryder. You're in good hands. How tough was it on the Nexus all those months? Have you ever eaten overcooked space cow tongue? Can't say I have. Well, let me tell you, it's tough. Wondering if you're gonna die from a critical malfunction, or maybe starvation, imagining which would be worse. But hey, you could always take a break from the fear and boredom to dwell on being a part of the biggest failure in galactic history. Maybe even participate in a revolt. What was your take on that? I didn't place any bets, if that's what you're asking. Truth is, I don't think anyone made out particularly well. Whatever side you're on, you die a little when your brother, your teammate, becomes an enemy. We traveled all this way, all hope and wonder, and we end up fighting with each other over scraps. It's sad. Good talking to you, Gil. Anytime.
Did you hear the news from Eos? Asari refugees showed up at the outpost. Only a few, but that's better than none. Bradley says there's an officer in charge, Hidaria. She could know where the Ark is.
We'll head to Eos and see what she knows.
Good. Rumor says Sarissa Theris was on the Asari Ark. Exactly who we need.
Who's she?
Probably the best commando strategist alive. Her biotic shields saved hundreds at the Battle of Kirkus. Apparently, Sarissa's acting as bodyguard to the Asari Pathfinder. She's probably got a plan out of this mess already.
Well, someone's a fan.
No, I just like... Look, we need someone with her experience, that's all.
I'll take someone with that much experience. Another reason to find the Ark.
When you're ready to look, we can catch Hidaria at Prodromos. Wouldn't mind tagging along. That Archon. Arrogant son of a bitch. Maybe that's redundant for a cat.
It's damned lucky there was a path through the Scourge right there.
Yeah, we can't count on ever being that lucky again. So, what else is new?
How's the search for the Asari Ark going?
Won't know until we talk to those Asari on Eos. Any chance of swinging by?
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
Fold orbit is steady.
Pythias system, home of Eos and Prodromos. Descent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
Back where we really started. What's new in our first home?
The Kett still maintain a presence. Skirmishes are frequent, and travel requires caution.
I've got a cure for that. Next.
The atmosphere continues to clear, but radioactive hazards pool in some areas. Study is ongoing. And remnant remain active on the surface, but also as detected by seismic readings.
Point of contact for all this?
Your people, Pathfinder. Prodromos is expanding, with all the trials and discovery that building an outpost represents.
Grounded in research.
All data about newly accessible Eos is from their work.
Well, let's make sure it gets the attention it deserves. Wait, Cora should probably be here for this.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear.
Ryder.
Oh, the ship manual's useful. That leg of my workbench needed propping up.
If you bothered reading it, you'd know that the Tempest is an orchestra of new tech. You can't just meddle with...
I got this ship launch ready in record time, Callow. I know my stuff.
And you don't have a shred of respect for other people's.
Callow.
Oh, Ryder. Sorry you had to hear that. What can I do for you?
I couldn't help overhearing you and Gil. It sounded pretty heated.
He likes redesigning things, but the ship was built this way for a reason. I wish Gil would respect that. It's nothing to concern yourself about, really.
You know, I haven't actually met many Solarians.
Careful. Depending who you ask, we're conniving spies, genius researchers, or meddling scientists. We have to pack a lot of living into 40-odd years. Everything gets accelerated, lines blur. I just hope we don't repeat our old mistakes out here.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Well, I can't talk about Suvi. She's sitting right there.
I'm not listening. You can say whatever you like.
Oh no, I'm not falling for that again.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
I'll admit it, Gil's rather irritating. He insists on redesigning systems rather than maintaining them.
He likes to do things his way.
That doesn't make it the right way.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Liam's quite fun. Not many humans have that kind of energy. I probably shouldn't have told him there are secret compartments in the armory, though. He's been looking all day.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Dr. Tapero seems nice, if quiet. It must be very different here, compared to the Hyperion. Fewer people in stasis shock.
Let's keep it that way. What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Given Drax's history with Solarians, it's probably better I just stay out of his way. Too bad. That grunion roast he makes smells delicious.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
I like PB. But I really hope she doesn't lean on the escape pod's manual release by accident.
Is that easy to do?
It's an escape pod. If it's difficult to use, you're doing it wrong.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Vetra's very kind. She actually got hold of some dried seaweed snacks for me. Said I needed feeding up.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
I don't talk to Cora much. She always seems so busy. There are things I'd like to ask her about your father, but it never seems like a good time.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Jal has all sorts of questions about the ship. I gave him some technical manuals. He tore right through them. I should ask him about Angaran ships. Imagine something actually designed to handle that damn scourge.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
No, if I gossip anymore, I'll get in trouble.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
No, if I gossip anymore, I'll get in trouble.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be. Scent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
Armed and armored. Good for you. I could have used that ordnance a few weeks ago.
I'm Ryder, the human pathfinder.
Lieutenant Harper, we're looking for the Asari Ark.
So am I. Watching the skies every day, praying they survived the Ket.
At least you and these others made it out.
Only just. Our clothes were still smoldering.
What happened?
The Ket chased our Ark across the cluster. But these weren't their regular soldiers. They were hunters. Elite killers.
None of the Arks are armed. I don't like those odds.
They kept shooting to slow us down. Peeled one deck like an orange. A bridge officer, Sarissa something, gave the evacuation order. Hundreds of people, all trying to flee. It was...
Where could we look for the Ark?
We lost track. But they launched a ship to help evacuees, and her crew would know. You'd have to find her. Follow the transponder, maybe.
Consider it done. Focus on taking care of yourselves.
The ship's called the Paraphona. I'll give you her transponder codes and last flight plan. Thank you. It's good to see the Ket aren't the only ones winning.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear. Welcome back.
One hell of a trip this is turning out to be. Hostiles, ruined worlds, no home in sight. Everyone's getting toasty. There was a 2-hour argument yesterday and no one even knew how it started.
That's not good.
Luckily, I have the perfect way for people to unwind. Movie night.
Taking a breather for a good movie? I could get behind that.
Best part is, it doesn't need to be good. Still get mileage out of the bad ones. It's worth it to jumpstart everyone's pioneer spirit and all that. The Tempest database is pretty dry. Could you download a movie library from Nexus Ops to see what I've got to work with?
If I have time.
Thanks. Everyone will appreciate it.
Have such fire, PB. It's thrilling. You were bold to make the journey here.
Yeah? Thanks. I guess I was.
Seriously?
And Cora, I imagine your decision was mindful of your potential and brilliance. Yes?
I want to learn more about your species.
What would you like to know?
The Angara seem so open and free with their feelings.
Are we? We're certainly not ashamed of our feelings. We're taught that feelings and beliefs should live on the outside, where they can be dealt with, honestly and openly.
Don't people get hurt?
Of course. Then everyone deals with it. That's the point.
How long have you had electromagnetic capabilities? How did they evolve?
No idea. Biology doesn't interest me, but I'm sure you can easily read up on it.
That's disappointing. No biology at all?
How do your eyeballs work?
Okay, I get your point. Maybe I can find an Angara doctor to ask about your... whatever.
Although, I used to know some facts, like the origins of our vestigial organs.
Oh yeah, humans have a coccyx, a vestigial tail, and I have webbed toes, just a couple, but Sarah doesn't. And she had wisdom teeth, but I didn't. Now you.
No idea.
Well, enough about that. I'll see you later, Jarl.
Stay strong and clear.
There was a time when Sid was afraid of space. We were traveling a lot, and one day she just woke up and realized there was nothing outside the shuttle walls. Happened more than once. She'd panic. I'd hold her, for as long as it took. She doesn't even remember now. It was only for a month or two.
Funny, huh? The things they don't remember.
And you feel like it's up to you to hold on to it, or else it's just gone.
And there's just something there that you know you're missing.
Drac?
Just hold on to it.
Hey, Ryder.
You talked about your back channels. What did you mean?
We brought a lot from home. Some of it marked initiative, some of it in personal caches. Most things you want, someone's got. You just have to figure out who, and what they're willing to take in exchange.
That just sounds like you're taking advantage of people.
Is it? I get people what they want, and they do want, or they wouldn't pay.
How did you hear of the Andromeda initiative?
Short answer, Cash. She was looking for some experimental ship mods, and I knew how to track them down. I thought it was a one-time deal, but she came back. Once, twice. Eventually I figured out something was going on, something big with creds behind it. I asked and she told me about the initiative. New galaxy, new home. Couldn't pass that up.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.